or welcome back to our channel. As you can see, I'm going to be doing a different type of video today. I've decided I'm going to be choosing 4 different aesthetics and turning them into 4 different 5x5 bedrooms, as you can see behind me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications and enjoy the video. So for the first bedroom, I decided to go for a dark academia style since it's the most aesthetic I'm comfortable with. Basically, how I perceive dark academia is multiple grays and browns and a few beige colors here and there. To me, I think dark academia has multiple details and really elegant parts to it, so I tried to perceive that in this bedroom here. Honestly, I think the hardest part for this bedroom was figuring out what to color everything without making it all look too similar to each other, since the color palette for me was really limited when it comes to like building on Bloxburg and dark academia style. So I decided to try and go for a little bit more of a vast color palette, and I just tried mixing up a few things here and there, but it was really hard for me to figure out things without making them look blended into the walls or blended into the floor. So yeah, that was probably really hard for me. So I remember a comment that I got over like dark academia lighting. They mentioned to make it a little bit darker, but personally I didn't want to make it too dark where it was like you couldn't see anything in the room, so I decided to still go for linen lighting since it was still pretty warm, and dark academia seems like a pretty warm aesthetic, so I decided to just keep going with my linen lighting. Before we get to the end of this video, I just wanted to say if that anybody wanted to recreate or do whatever they wanted with these bedrooms, feel free to.
I did post these in a speedy link since I didn't want to waste 30 minutes of your time watching me slowly build this and make my mind up. So if you wanted to recreate them, feel free to. I don't have anything against that because these are posted on here for you guys. So yeah. So for the second bedroom, I decided to go for a cottagecore style room. I think that cottagecore has more of a greenery and lighter colors like beige and sage green and light pinks. So personally right now I've been practicing to make my cottagecore style better, but I think it looks pretty cute, so I really enjoyed making this room. So if you have been following our builds for a little bit, you probably would have noticed that I have used this exact same bed style before, I believe in my Paris apartment video. I just decided that this bed style went really well with the cottagecore vibe I was trying to go for, so I decided to add it into this build. So at first I was going to use the same roof type as I did in the Dark Academia, but I decided that the roof would kind of look really weird since the pillars aren't really connecting to anything. So I decided to go for this like sunglass roof or so, since I decided that, you know, cottagecore kind of reminded me of something like sunny and sunlight and all the outdoors and stuff, so I decided to use some type of sunroof style. At first, I wasn't going to be adding these like little vines to the pillars and around the room, but I decided that cottagecore was kind of like included with vines and stuff as previous builds I've made before. So I did decide to add these vines, like a little bit of a little touch, since I decided that it would look really good with the build and it would kind of just bring the build a little bit more together. If I have to be honest, the worst part for me in builds is when I have to like decorate all these bookshelves because it's so dreading trying to find something to fill up the shelves without making it too like copy and pasted and stuff or look too similar to each other. So definitely during like these builds when I included bookshelves was like the part I was dreading the most because it was like some of like the most time consuming parts of the build and just really annoying as well.
For the third bedroom, I decided to go for a beachy/boho theme. I live in a place where there are plenty of beaches, so I kind of know how this aesthetic is like. I think of this aesthetic as having pinks and blues and beiges or light browns incorporated into it. This aesthetic I'm not very used to or do a lot, so this was definitely a learning experience for me. So personally, this bed was like a huge hassle for me to figure out because of the size of how these beams were supposed to be.
and basically just making sure that these were going, like the beams were going into a right place where it wouldn't look so weird. So, I mean, these beds are like really hard to figure out, but it was definitely worth it in the end because I think it really went together with the entire build. I also don't know if you've noticed or not, but I have been like making these roofs based on how the aesthetic like reminds me of how the roof is supposed to be like. So for example, Dark Academia is pretty dark and hollow and stuff, and Cottagecore is pretty sunroof and flat. And so for beachy slash bohemian, I think of like those beach houses with those type of gable roofs that they have in this game. So just wanted to point that out for you.
Start your computations. Go. I think we're getting into a weird area here.
Maybe.
Go.
I just wanted to let you guys know that a lot of my inspiration I get and is taken from Pinterest. So if you guys wanted to know about how I like figure out these builds or do any of that stuff, I get most of my things from Pinterest. For the last bedroom, I went for a modern/industrial style room. I decided to make this more of a simpler room, which looks a little bit similar to a bedroom I've done in a build in the past. This aesthetic to me seems to include dark browns, grays, and whites. I really like this aesthetic, though I'm just not really the best at it. Like the room before this one, this bed was also really hard for me to figure out, and it was really complicated, but I do think I really like how it turned out. It really went well for like this modern industrial type of vibe I was going for, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. This room honestly didn't take that much time since it was really simple and it wasn't too highly decorated because I decided that this aesthetic didn't really have so much decorations, but it still had enough where it was like, you know, a room.
Okay everyone, that's the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun figuring out of what I wanted to do and how these rooms were supposed to be designed. I really hope that you like the rooms as well. It took me like 2 hours and a half to like finish all of these rooms, so I really hope you guys love them or enjoy them. And yeah, thanks for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!